Hello there, everybody. Oh, no, I just realized Bronze left the room. Hi, everybody. It's too late now. It's too late now. It's too late now. It's far too late now. Hi, everyone.
Horses have left the barn.
I wasn't even looking at the screen. I didn't realize Bronze had just gotten up. I was like, welcome to the... Oh, no.
Jesse doesn't talk to us. Jesse doesn't listen to us.
I can't listen to you. And not that that's an excuse, but, you know, sometimes you don't want to hear truths about yourself. And, I'm
sorry, you were saying something?
What? Sorry.
What?
Huh? Who? What?
Huh?
Oh, my goodness. Hi, gang. It's so nice to see you. Fingers crossed. I have been messing with my internet. Just forewarning. If anything happens during this stream, just be aware. I didn't do it. I am just trying to make it happen.
I'm waiting for it to happen again because every time you've explained it this morning, you've been like, sometimes there's a step.
That's not cool. Don't put that on me. Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Jesse has put on his Tron-style outfits, went inside his network, and has been fighting Spectrum's goons all pregame.
Oh,
like,
have I told you that I hack Twitch on the regular? Yeah, what I do in order to give everyone a lifetime sub, I put on my internet diving goggles, and I break out and I hack the boop beep boop 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 boop. Lifetime sub incoming, boop, 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 boop. And it works every time. It's crazy. It's crazy how it works. That's what I do every stream is I hack it for them. They get the best deal on Twitch. Yeah. I have to hack Twitch. Every time.
It was upside down glasses for me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So there you go. That's how I do it.
Hang on, we gotta get in on this.
Are we upside down glasses crew? What?
We are ready, Jesse. Oh shit. We are having trouble maintaining the integrity of our
Don't worry. This controller for a fan and this bottle opener will get us in. It's a Unix system. Oh god. I recognize this.
I have a bank app and a pen.
that can help. Those all can help you. That's how you hack. People don't know that's how you hack the planet.
Oh my god.
Hack the planet, man. Hack the planet.
Just
wait, why don't people wear their glasses upside down?
They do not work.
No?
It's blurry. No, they do not work at all.
Fair.
Lens curvature and whatever. I don't know.
I don't even
know. Jesse moment where I spilled
coffee. How do you get them to stay on?
Right before the stream.
Oh my god.
Remember that moment where Jesse...
You look Amelia Earhart. The big aviator goggles.
Not only do I remember it, I lived it.
Listen here, see?
We're coming in for a rough landing.
Listen here, see.
I'm going to get eaten by coconut crabs.
Oh my god. Take that, Amelia. Coasted far too long.
You need to have a podcast at this point, honestly.
Oh my god.
Sign me up. I would love to hear more about your coffee spilling. It makes me relate to you more.
I didn't clean mine up naked like you did, though.
Here's the thing.
So this like changes the dynamic there.
Well, you know what?
Because there was a whole conversation about us. I think I'm the one who brought it up because you're like, oh, sorry, I'm late for the Zoom call. You know, I spilled a whole carafe of coffee and right after I got out of the shower. And I was like,
yes.
Did you take the time to get dressed before you started cleaning?
I did not. No.
And you were like, interesting question. No, I did not. I was like, so you were mopping up coffee naked?
Yes.
Prior to this call?
Yes. Let it be known that 90% of the time in my apartment, I'm like, clothes are... I don't...
Yep.
Strictly optional.
Who am I trying to impress? Ain't nobody coming over.
Why would you wear more clothes than you need to wear?
That's very just extra laundry. Yeah.
It's extra laundry and it's less mobility.
Absolutely.
Investing
makes sense.
Invest in a nice, comfy, snuggly robe.
No,
it's not the same.
You all are in LA, so I guess it's not as important for you. It's not. You don't get chilly.
I mean, like,
it's Winterfell up here in Seattle, all right? Like it's fucking cold as shit.
I was gonna say, I was like, it's fucking cold up here. I think like there's also a part of me that I view all of my clothing as, if I needed to, could I run and fight a dinosaur in this? I don't know. And it's also why I don't like particularly tight skirts or high heels. It's not like I can't wear them. It's more so like, I'm like, what if I needed to roundhouse kick a raptor? Could I do that in the skirt? And I'm
I've seen Jurassic World. Clothing doesn't matter. High heels, you can run from a T-Rex. It's fine.
Exactly.
The big earthquake's going to happen, and Jesse and I are going to be running down the streets of LA just
naked.
Have you
In high heels.
Have you seen? So I don't know how. I think this might have just been yesterday. I'm not sure. I was on Reddit, and there's a video of an uncle running to go save his niece, who I guess was like someone was trying to kidnap her or something. But I guess the uncle was inside taking a shower or just getting out of the shower when he noticed. So his fat naked ass is running outside, pounding on this dude who's trying to take this girl. And he like beats him off of her and his big old naked ass. And I'm just like, that's how I would handle that dinosaur.
There you go.
I would be running out there like, F it, let's go. I
guess that's the thing. You're prepared to go out in nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Although if I'm sitting on something, I have to have boxers. I'm not putting my butt on.
Oh,
like,
no,
No.
I
No,
gotta
I'm not
ask
not a full naked.
Yeah,
it's like
no.
a good
That's
underwear.
Yes.
straight
Is
top
any
lady
part of
situation.
your heritage Pictish in nature?
I mean, there's a high
another.
chance. There's a high chance.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
my dad's side of the family is from Ireland, and my mom's side of the family is from the Middle East, from Lebanon, Syria. So like it's possible.
You're a cousin?
What can I,
didn't
say?
know this.
What? Does that? Oh, there goes my chances for love. Although.
Why? I mean like neighbor in a good way.
Yeah. My family is like that. It's weird. I have a lot of friends who are the exact same combination of people, but it's like reverse, where their dad's side is from somewhere in the Middle East, and so they have like dark hair and darker features, and I'm like the flip side. I'm the Irish kid, like, hey, what's going on? Hey, beer. And so, yeah, it's weird.
Baba Booey.
It's a very weird combination, but yeah, this is.
We were talking about racial passives in real life in my stream yesterday. And I was mentioning how, I went to school in India for 10 years. So the concept of people burning to me was kind of new. And when I came back here for college, like I would do things and not think about it. Like when, a hostess would be like, oh, you guys want to sit on the patio or indoors? It'd be like patio. And I realized very quickly, like, oh no, my poor white friends burn. And that wasn't something I was used to considering. And I was like, I would always have concern for them after that. After I realized where I was like, I'll cover you, run, save yourself. I was like, but it's like they have a permanent debuff. Like it's like a racial debuff of like they burn.
That's
and
true.
everyone's like, yeah, it's true. White people have this weakness. I was like, don't worry. You know what I got to say as an Asian, the white people buff, like your World of Warcraft buff is like, in my opinion, and I know exceptions exist, so please don't be like, well, y'all can drink more. Like especially like Norwegian, like Germanic, Norwegians, which they can drink more.
I would
So I will
love
have
to
like
see-
2 beers and
I
be
thought our
buzzing.
racial buff was like virulent colonialism.
Well, that's
I don't
you
know.
know,
Why'd
that's
you
how we
have to make
debuff
it
others.
sad?
I don't know whether that's a buff or not.
That's
a
our debuff
wholesome,
to others.
dirty
No, that's
meme.
just the lore. That's
That's the lore.
No, I will say though, I have known a significant, although maybe it's just a regional thing. Like everyone I know who grew up in parts of Hong Kong can drink like a mofo. Like those are some hard drinkers.
Yeah,
so maybe
no,
it's just like
people
that
drink
area.
a lot. As far as I could tell from my visit to Hong
Yeah.
Kong and hanging out with people there, they drink a
Yeah,
lot of
I
alcohol.
cannot outdrink dudes from Hong Kong. They are like,
No.
let's go. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
like
man.
Punjabi people drink a lot of, so like this is like the weird distinction for me, which is gonna make no sense. I can drink harde but not beer. And so
you know
like
what? I'm the
Punjabi people
same.
in general, they'll drink whiskey, but like when it comes to beer, that tolerance doesn't exist.
Beer makes me like is logie a word? It slows my like I feel fuller. I feel like like I almost feel sick every time I drink beer. But like
Yeah.
for some reason you give me
drinking
tequila, I'm
beer.
an unstoppable god. I can go. Tequila is my drink. It will not phase me. I'll wake up the next day fine. I can just like let's do this. So shout out to everyone who loves tequila because you
Everyone-
I do love tequila.
Everyone has that. Everyone has that one alcohol that does that. Like it's like it works it gets you. It's like your best friend in that way of like it doesn't give you that worst hangover, and then one day it will absolutely betray you, and you never know when it's coming.
Beer is my weakness. I get the Asian glow, like I get the flushed faced thing you see in media all the time, and I have almost like a mild reaction to beer. Like I'll get fucked up on beer, and I don't know why.
All
But
right.
so to me, like my German friends who are like, they can drink like 8 Das Boots or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? I would be dead if I drank 1 boot.
All right. So first of all, post-pandemic Sunfall Cycle from South Mexico with tequila shots.
I'm down for that.
Yeah. Let's
Can I
go.
tell you, look, I'm just gonna put this out there. The best time I ever had, ever.
Sunfall Cerveza.
New Year's Eve, years ago, like 2008 maybe, on a beach in Mexico, drinking tequila and eating like grilled lobster. Was like I could have died right then and been like, this is the best. I reached the pinnacle of my existence.
That sounds
And can
so
never
good.
New Year, if like fireworks over the ocean, I couldn't do any better. I couldn't do any better. And so I'm just saying, if I could just recreate that with 4 hoodlums, 4 drunk oafs that I just happen to know, that would be great. That would be a great
While
time.
playing D&D.
Very
really want
doable.
I really want
Boy.
that actually. I desperately want that. That sounds very nice.
Sunfall
Right?
vacation, guys.
Hashtag doable. Post-pandemic 2022.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You are
Spring
making
break.
me realize,
Could
yeah,
you
how,
imagine
how
like a
much the pandemic's
series, like if
affected
we
me.
did just like because you know how they do that on soap operas where it's like the family goes to Italy and then they have like 7 episodes from Italy. Why can't we have like 7 episodes from Mexico?
That's true. We
we
could just
can.
spend 7 weeks in Mexico.
I've always wanted to get like a house in the like south of Spain, like on the beaches in Spain. Just eat paella and not get like that would be great. All I'm saying is, like, I just once I'm allowed to legally travel again, shit, it's over. I'm gonna be like, I'll never be home. I'll be like, I'm going.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want to get
I'm planning
tired
my
of
trips.
not being like. I want to get tired of planes again. Like I want to get over, but like I'm fucking over planes and conventions. This
It's
bullshit.
too dry on the
Yeah.
airline. Like
I wanna
the
feel that
heat's
again. I wanna
on
go
and
do
nice
so
and-
much.
I don't know.
I gotta say
Well,
this
complain about
forced
that
this forced retirement for conventions has me actually eager to go to a convention again
Right.
because I gotta say, like, as of last year I was done. Like I was like, oh, maybe I'll go to one convention this year. And now I'm like, yo, I miss Comic-Con, I miss Ren Fair. Like I can't wait
I
to
really
walk
wish
around
I
with a
were
meat
in the
board.
hotel lobby at
Yeah.
2 a.m. drinking a beer and listening to some bro tell me about how I can enhance the power of my D&D stream with the blockchain.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Who?
here's the
Okay,
thing.
okay.
Specific
Challenge.
that is
Challenge.
where I know
Design
this happened
challenge.
to you.
Create the blockchain patron for warlocks. All right, there you go. That's design challenge.
Oh my god.
Well, it's because every spell you cast is secured on the blockchain. We have a completely verifiable history of all the spells you
Oh my
cast,
God.
and thus a completely verifiable source of the power that I'm giving you.
Brilliant.
Wow. I think I'm going to go to a convention after this where I'm not working.
Awesome.
That would be cool. You should
I'm
just
just
come
gonna-
up to PAX.
How-
I'm just going to attend.
Brit? Yeah, just come to PAX. Just hang out for fun.
And I'll be
It's-
like very uncomfortable the whole time because I'll be like, I'm not
No
doing
way.
anything.
No,
What,
the
you
best
just come to
conventions are the ones where
enjoy
you do
shit here?
nothing.
Is that what you do?
No, you don't even do that. You don't even enjoy. Like you just hang out with friends and then like walk by booths.
That
And every
seems
once in a while, I'll
that's
be
the
like,
thing.
that looks like fun. Do you guys want to wait 20 minutes to play this? No, all right, let's get a beer. That's what conventions are.
Do that.
Jesse, I want to go to a convention with you. You're my style of conventioneer.
Let's go.
I'm like, I'm gonna play that shit anyway. I don't need to play it right now to get a pin.
Yeah,
Let's
me
fucking
too.
go
I
drink.
can read what GameSpot says about
Yeah.
that game and then play it 6 months from now.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about Emerald City Comic Con is they have a beer garden. So I always tell I forget that people know me. I'm used to like having no friends. And so this has become a problem because Emerald City Comic Con is my fun convention, right? And so I will sometimes be walking around Emerald City Comic Con kind of lit. So I was telling people, I was like, if you see me there, don't judge me if you're like bronze, and I'm like, what's up, bitch? Because you're gonna see a very drunk Kamala Khan or Imperial officer, or some type of cosplay,
Mhm.
and odds are I'm kind of lit. Don't judge me. I'm not lit all the time. just at Emerald City Comic Con. And
Why would anyone judge you for being
All
lit
I'm saying
grandparent?
is, come with me to Dragon Con one year.
I've heard there's like orgies and shit at
Oh,
Dragon.
Dragon Con's fucking.
such-
Dragon Con's wild. It's wild.
Yeah.
But
Come with me to the Dragon Con orgies.
no,
some year.
not the orgies.
I'm a square.
That part.
Not the orgies. The orgies would be me watching everyone else have sex. I'm not down for that. So, no one's gonna be like, "That's the guy." All right. Anyway, so what I want is for all of you to come with me because I have found the secret to Dragon Con. Dragon Con is multiple tracks. So it's like the anime track, and it will tell you all the anime panels or the video game track. There's one track that is, holy shit, it's the most fun you'll ever have. The paranormal track. Come get drunk with me, and let's go watch people give panels about, like, the ghost they saw that one time. It is fucking hilarious. I will never forget being in a panel, and Dodger and I are sitting next to each other, and literally in the panel, it was about, like, ghosts and what are ghosts. And a guy stands up, and his question was, like, something about the ghost that lived in his old antebellum manor. And then at the very end, the last second, he goes, "Oh, yeah, and my aunt had her head cut off and her heart eaten," and sits down. And the host goes, "All right, well, we're out of time. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next year." And we're just, like, looking at each other, and everyone stands up to leave, and we're like, did that just happen? Is no one going to talk about it? It was incredible. I've never had so much fun sitting around watching people be like, "So are ghosts us from the future or spirits from the past?" And I'm like, holy shit, this is crack open another beer. Let's fucking go. It is incredible. Incredible.
We have to go
That sounds
deeper.
amazing.
It is so much fun.
I
couldn't
love the
believe
idea
it.
too of you and Dodger sitting there watching a panel go like that because you guys are both professionals. Like you've done a bunch of panels where you know how a panel should go and like the structure. I mean, you're just watching these people just
It's
fucking
so good.
be like, the wheels are coming off. This is a panel about ghosts. Like there are no ends. People just trail off here and there.
There was
Like,
one panel we watched where the whole point of the panel was it seemed like this guy and this. So like imagine the two most like comically goth people, not even like cool goth or like this is super, like people who clearly were dressed that way by someone, hosting a panel where they were trying to promote their new show that was coming to TV about them being goth in New Orleans, but like hunting New Orleans spirits. It was they were like, all right, so instead of a panel, we're going to show you the entire first episode. It was awful. It was so, we were like in the back, like, oh my God. It was incredible.
no.
I need people to come with me to this.
Wait, we should go to Dragon Con and go to a bunch of panels and then do a panel about the other panels.
Holy shit. They'd let us too, because that Dragon Con, it's the craziest convention I've ever been to.
Yeah,
I've never
dude,
been
it
to a
is.
convention that
I've
has
been there a couple times.
like
a lot.
4 hotels
man.
worth of like stuff to see, and then there's
Cosplay
like
at Dragon
multiple,
Con
like
is
hundreds
out of
of
control,
panels,
dude.
and everyone's dressed up. Like the entire city is crazy, and it's like the hottest the South has ever been. It's like, come stick around.
I'm interested in going now.
Oh,
Jesse, did you ever go to that
Anything
haunted like
close?
Southern cooking place? That restaurant
Yes.
that's supposed to be
Oh,
haunted? We went to that. Yeah.
What?
There's
Yeah.
a haunted soul food.
There's like
joint?
a haunted restaurant and their food is delicious.
Yes.
Of course.
Here's what I'm gonna say. A lot of just living in the South is like having a really great food that will kill you quickly. Like it is all like, we put 8 sticks of butter in this. I'm like,
Oh,
fuck
yeah,
yeah,
it's not
you
good for
did.
you.
I'm like,
Delicious.
oh god, yeah. Oh my god.
I think the only thing
think-
similar to that I've been to, Jesse, it was a huge mistake of mine. This was like 5 years ago, before I started streaming. I took I used to work 6 days a week because I worked 2 different jobs. I took my only day off and went to the Seattle Esoteric Book Convention.
Ooh, oh my god, I bet that was amazing.
There was people doing witchcraft.
That sounds amazing.
It was some weird. I was like, y'all summoning Satan in here. There was people in like, I was like, oh, nice costume, and that's just how they dress.
I love that shit. Sitting on the outside watching people just enjoy their lives, but in a way I never
Yes.
will ever
Yep.
attempt, is so
Yep.
amusing and entertaining to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, God,
Yeah.
I want to just experience, like, what are you doing? We are summoning
Yeah.
a demigod. Like, oh, can I watch? Like, they're like,
I'm like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah, of
came here
course.
for weird books but at this point, I'm invested in seeing if you actually summon Baphomet. At this point in time, I would like to see it. I would like to see it.
Yeah.
I came here for weird ass books, but you know what? Invested.
No.
Yeah, this video game shit's boring. I need to get into paranormal stuff. That's where the entertainment is. I need to hunt Bigfoot. That'd be
paranormal TTRPG.
Don't get me started on cryptids.
I'm in, Steven.
All right, Steven, I'm going to hand it over to you. I'm going to shut up. It's all you, my dude.
I needed to turn off a thing. Yeah, totally.
Steven, if we do a paranormal TTRPG, I want the first session to be us resurrecting Art Bell and then him becoming the
Holy
DM.
Shit. Okay. Yes. Just
throwing it out there. Sorry.
Amazing. Speaking of freaky books and resurrecting old gods, what happened last time on the Sunfall Cycle?
Jesse tried to murder that guy in that room, and he dusted himself in the face.
Hold on. Yeah, I have a genuine haunting I need to solve right now. Is my Discord the one booping? I literally cannot.
Not mine.
It's you.
I don't hear.
I have every server muted. What is booping? All right. Sorry. Okay, it's me.
What is booping?
I'll figure it out. I'll figure out what is booping.
Booping sounds like something
Discord.
you'd see on Urban Dictionary. That's like the kids say that's what doing it is. You know, right? Booping.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
it's
girl. It's doing that damn notification sound. You know, it's just doing that notification sound forever.
It's a terrible sound. The kids. They booping. The kids these days. It's 2021. Everyone booping.
Like they're either booping or they're getting eaten by by crabs. So that's
just Amelia Earhart.
Coconut crabs specifically.
Is
that what those dancing crabs? Is that what that was about? That meme?
Apparently, to eat coconut crabs, you have to like feed them fruit and things for like 3 days because they don't really like digest food, and apparently they will literally eat anything, including each other and shit and like a bunch of stuff. Sorry, more you know.
I thought all crabs were like that.
Yeah, but coconut crabs, they're the worst.
They're the worst kind of crab.
The worst kind of crab.
All right. So
speak ill of coconut crabs. Please continue with the recap.
Tell me about what happened to Jesse.
Literally, all that happened was our plan. Two main storylines occurred. One, Aya decided to ruin a relationship or get one together between two ex-lovers in this weird cult we're in. Between the person guiding us and I don't know, the one with the boobs. Then, at the same time, I was like, "Don't worry, gang. I'm going to sneak in and assassinate this priest guy." And I jumped into his room and stabbed him in the throat, and he was like, "Haha, merely a flesh wound." And so, in an attempt to save my own life, I threw dust in my eyes and then proceeded to not do anything literally the entire episode as Bronze went to go save me. And then Kairos and Kara were just like, should we do something?
You think we should?
And that was the episode. That was the entire episode.
Yep. So you did find a letter, which I've removed from your inventory because accidentally you didn't actually find that letter yet. What you did find is Sarek. You were looking at the desk in Father Tavernius's apartments, and there's like a pad of paper, like writing paper on top of the desk, and an actual like pen next to it, not like a quill. And the pad of paper had words pressed into it as if like a letter had been written and then pressed into the paper down below. The words that you read were the following: Arcanomancer, strained relationship, mutual benefit, planar scope, hidden place, below, acceptable, begin immediately, yours in confidence, and then that's all. I'll paste that in. I'll paste that in chat.
Yeah, just so I don't confuse what you sent us last time with other lore. last time was a more personalized letter from Quintara.
You don't know? You didn't find it.
Right. But I'm just trying to like make sure I don't include things from like, you know what I'm saying?
But yes, that's the letter you didn't find.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Yeah. I after I'm done coughing, I will sort of take the notepad. It's a notepad, right? Or is it just papers, whatever it is?
It's loose papers, but you can
Yeah, I'll
pick
sort
it
of
all
like
up.
bound them together and then show them to. Is the whole group back there with us now? Yes.
Yeah, I think Ankara and Kairos came in at the very end. Of
Yeah,
the
and I'll
last
even show it. I'll even show it to our guide. I can't remember her name right now, but I will show it to her.
Her name
as
is
well.
Yara Smith.
Yara Smith. Get out of here, Smith. I will even show it to her as well and ask if anyone recognizes what this could be about.
Are things still awkward between her and her ex?
Absolutely.
Oh.
They did help us though.
I'm just like, are they arguing when we interrupt them and we're like, what about this letter though?
Some
I think
things that magic
like
can't fix.
in answer to the question, hey, what's up with Naimia and Yara? The answer is that Naimia is like stunned that that you all have just murdered Father Tavernius.
Murder
And Yara
is
is trying. Yara is trying to be like, we can deal with this. Don't worry, they'll take us in. We can go and talk to them, and it'll be fine. Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, listen here, Naimia. You want to turn into a flesh golem thing?
All right, let me see. Hang on. I need to look at my notes.
She has to roll. Maybe she does want to turn into a flesh golem. It is entirely possible.
Right. You say that to Naimia?
Yeah.
Yeah. She turns to you and she says, my God is gone. And the best thing that I can think of to do in this hellscape that we live is to serve the high priest that has guided me for our entire lives. And then she like crosses her arms and stares at Yara.
And I'm like, oftentimes people without support systems will turn or place their faith in, honestly, very predatory types that it's totally not how I became a warlock, but it's unrelated. But this is not it's not always the healthiest option. Definitely don't sign anything. Definitely not in your blood. But I'm giving you the choice a lot of people don't have. Because this dude here, what do you think? He goes after healthy, happy, well-adjusted people with good social structures? No. He's taking advantage of you because
you're pointing to like the dead, completely dust-covered body of
yeah.
Yeah.
He's a piece of shit, and you can do better. I mean, look at Yara here. Clearly, there's something there. Why throw your life away? The two of you could maybe have something. Live in a cottage somewhere.
Naimia rolls her eyes and says, no, and Yara just like shakes her head and says,
why not? It seems like there's something here. I saw that kiss.
Yara
it's a
says,
little awkward. A lot of like you produce a lot of saliva, more than one would expect. But maybe there's something there.
Naimia turns to you and says, she sweats so much when she gets nervous.
It's a very moist individual.
Yara sighs exasperatedly and says, listen, I just don't believe that Dahaka wants all this killing, or would have wanted all this killing. But no, that particular ship sailed. We just, not actually very good for each other.
That's fair. I can respect that.
Oh, that's well and good. I'm sure your relationship
not
is
very
fine.
good for you.
But what about this?
What about this?
It literally says...
Sarek, are you really going to move in on her ex, like, right in front of her? That's not cool.
No, not me. Of course she wants me. I'm referring to the notepad.
Oh, notepad.
The notepad.
Oh.
Look, obviously there's a chemistry there. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm trying to save the world. Wink. Anyway, so on this notepad, it says that the planescope below. One would assume underneath the church.
Yara, not Yara, Naimia takes it from you and says, and just like looks at it and like holds it up to the light and then like glances at you, looks back at the paper. She pulls out like a pair of like small round spectacles and sits them on the bridge of her nose and starts reading it. She goes, I think the only response that she has is, huh. And then she hands you the paper back.
Huh?
What does huh mean?
Oh, just, I didn't realize that, that the priesthood of Dahaka had such a close relationship with the Arcanomancer. But it does explain some things.
Like what? What things does it explain?
Well, if I read here, mutual benefit, strange relationship, my perspective as a devotee, and then she like looks sidelong over at Yara, sort of irritatedly. As a devotee, I have always known that the relationship between the Dahaka cult and the mages in service to Astafon was always a little bit strained, but it seemed as though Archbishop Glowick and Father Tavernius gained a measure of resources that they didn't seem to have had some time ago. And I always wondered how they came upon these powers. I thought it might have been in relationship to whatever the Archbishop was investigating in the depths below in the catacombs. But perhaps there is, in fact, another source.
Well, if the catacombs are where this planescope is, perhaps we should investigate?
That's where we were headed, though, was the ossuary, correct?
I remember that being discussed.
You said this last session, and I'm not going to lie, I didn't write it down, but you gave us the order of, like, sacred library, ossuary, profane library.
So I think, if the four of you discuss and then solicit input from Yara and Naimia, they identify that if you want to reach the ossuary, Yara continues, there are probably two paths, I think, from here. The first is to go out through the worship hall into the vestibule and take the elevator down. The elevator opens immediately to a transit chamber, which opens into the ossuary. Another option would be to proceed beyond the elevator and then into the sacred library, take the back staircase down into the profane library, exit through the royal tombs into the ossuary.
So I think the reason we were hightailing it to the ossuary is because I remembered there was one of our pieces of information that we got from what's his face was that there is a mirror in the ossuary. That's one of the rumored locations of a darkling mirror if we want to unlock a shortcut. So I think that's why we were trying to I think that's why we were trying to hightail it over there before even checking out where the book was, because it gives us a nice, like, if something goes wrong, we can get back quickly. It's like a save point.
Yeah, I mean, considering at least the nearest brazier is back in that other damn room, In order to exit, we still have to go through this crowd, which is a whole other problem, because I don't think we respawn with cloaks, right? So it's probably easier to do that.
At the end of this description of how to get down into the ossuary, Nymea interjects and she says, but the sacred library is the path that the faithful tread to unite with Gloic down in the depths. So it will be heavily guarded. And then Yara counters by saying, yes, and that thing, that serpent thing with hundreds of arms and limbs, it burst out of the elevator. The elevator itself may not be safe either.
Well, luckily, we just
kill one of those.
Yeah, monster slaying happens to be our specialty. Wink. I guess I would turn to the rest of the group and be like, so, what is our plan?
And Kara and I are not with you yet, right?
I thought we went in there.
Yeah, you're in the
We did go in there at the end?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
we
thought
did.
you had
Alright.
joined at the end of last
All right,
episode.
cool. Then I bring my helmet down and, in the cool dramatic fashion, we say, let's go get him.
Yeah.
Now, it's worth noting that,
Drums.
there are a number of, desks and folios and, bureaus in this room. It's very obvious that Tavernius was an incredibly meticulously organized fellow. Secondarily, Yara pipes up and says, the worshippers outside will be expecting the father to return.
Does he have anything on his body? Can we examine him?
I think you did last time.
I mean, we got the staff, for sure.
Right. Yeah. I don't think that he had anything else of note on his person.
Is there anything in his wardrobe? Perhaps we could dress Aya up as him and then give him the staff and I can go out there and do whatever Aya does and we'll sneak through, yes? Seems like a very good plan.
Yara
Well,
and
nothing could
Nymea
go wrong.
both turn to look at you, Aya.
Yeah, sure.
See? This will go great. I'm not even worried. All I has to do is keep them there, focused on whatever, and then disperse the crowd. Say, come back tomorrow, and then we go. All out. Oh no, we're all out for today because that's why he was going back there anyway because he ran out of juice. Be like, oh nope, come back tomorrow. And then what? Easy as that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
I like this version of you where you don't complain about my terrible ideas.
Nope.
Worth a try?
I shall disperse the crowd.
You want to do it. You know you do.
A little bit. I'm a bit of a showman.
You
from
know
time
you want to
time.
go out there and be like, lo and behold,
Yeah, I
disperse
do.
thine crowd. It'll be fine.
Are you how hurt are you, Sarek?
Me?
Don't you
You
look like
It's still...
you don't look great?
Like,
Yeah,
You
you
Still
don't
a
look
little
eyes
bit
so
of
are-
my-
hot, my
Are
friend.
you drunk? Your face is really puffy.
Still a little bit in my throat, actually. My eyes are a little sore, but this I may look good now, but imagine me at 100%. Wink. I look great.
Here, take this. And I hand over a small potion of a moon shard of healing.
Oh, thank you, my hero. My hero.
You are incredibly damaged. Wow, I didn't see.
Yeah, no, I have 2 HP left. But you have to roll for me, I think, Eric.
Oh, because I'm administering it to you?
Yorp.
Okay, I'll do that for you. 19.
Woo, my dude. Thank you. Also, I'm
What
gonna
is
use
the
one of my
crystal
own
of
as well
refreshing
because I
again?
have 3 more, I guess.
Saloon was selling a new blue raspberry flavor. She wanted to get feedback on it. What do you think of it?
I never thought raspberries is. Oh, of course, Sarek says raspberries. I never thought of raspberries as blue. However, I do enjoy the flavor. Raspberries. He also says ketchup for sure. For sure. All right, Moonshard.
Raspberries.
Ooh, 41.
I hate that.
Yeah. His vases filled with raspberries and catsup. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Button.
He's that guy.
Mountain.
And Kara, you had a question, right?
Oh, I was just asking what the Crystal of Refreshing did, because I have one, but I can't remember.
The Crystal of Refreshing, I'm pretty sure that's the one that lets you take a long rest and a short rest.
Okay, cool. Good to know. I don't need
Let me take a look. Yes.
Okay,
It costs
thank you.
15 arcane flux.
Good to know. I have one of those
Yeah.
whenever we need it.
Do
So
we have
cool.
the arcane flux though? Oh no, we already own it.
I
Never
think
mind.
you already spent
Yeah, we
it.
bought it, and I'm
Crystal
holding
of Refreshing gives us the benefits of a short rest at any point in time, I think.
No,
Yeah.
it gives you the benefits of a long rest,
long rest during
in
a
a
short
short
rest.
rest.
All right, so that's definitely like a if we need it before a big boss, like if we go fight this big baddie, be like, oh no, we have to take a short rest. Boom, long rest, haters.
Yeah, I could use a short rest now. I only have 3 hit die left, but I could use one if anyone else could use one.
I have 2 left. So.
I don't need one, but I don't mind taking a short rest.
Okay, I'm gonna say we take one then.
Just next to this dead body.
Yeah, I'm just chilling. Oh, it didn't.
You're
okay.
resting while we're making you up to look the part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
You're the talent.
I
We
do
just
have
put
a
you in the
disguise
talent
kit.
chair. Just rest
Yeah.
while we get you ready.
Okay,
There we go.
so this is a long rest we're taking.
Short.
Short.
Oh, we're not going to use the shard, so this is just
No.
a short rest.
She just needs a rest.
Gotcha. All right, well I'm going to use hit dice too. Never mind. What a giant waste. All right, I'm going to use one more hit dice too.
I'm so lucky I get advantage on those rolls. Otherwise,
That
I would've
Ironstone
healed-
is
yeah.
choice.
I would have healed 10 points.
Popped up.
Man, that's
All
a
right.
good roll right there.
Got my spell slots back. Sweet.
Yeah. So
Let's take a moment to check our gear and remind ourselves that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
you are
What a downer.
you're like
Okay, Kairos.
Aya, you're searching through like Father Tavernius's clothes, right? To like find something that both fits and like will provide enough coverage to be a convincing
I'm gonna
disguise.
kind of create my own original character, but I'm gonna use his clothes a little bit to do it.
What do you?
So I look
Father
No, that wasn't the
Iurnius?
deal. You're supposed to be Father Tavernius, not your own original character.
No, I'm gonna be an OC guest speaker.
A guest
Guest
speaker.
speaker.
Someone.
No one's gonna buy that I'm Julius Tavernius. No one's gonna buy that.
But we could weekend at Bernie's him.
Yeah, I mean, I have so many questions about how this is going to work. Then.
Don't worry. I'm still doing your plan. I'm just putting my own seasoning on it.
As I'm watching this conversation happen, I'm slowly I'm just mentally preparing myself to run and fight.
Yep.
Oh dear. All right. Well, I hope this OC
Do
of yours.
I find anything in his clothes of note?
Give me a perception check.
I'll help you look.
Of note, with the explicit intention to help you with the disguising and plan making, or
Can I
like
help with looking?
Just
Steven?
information.
information. Okay. Just
Yeah,
browsing.
and Kara, why don't you? Yeah. So Aya, you find an incredibly nice cashmere scarf,
Ooh.
I tie it
And-
around my waist.
and that's all.
Those are for next.
And Kara, you actually find, let's see. Yes, you start rifling through some of these bureaus or whatever. The first thing that you uncover is the very letter that you didn't uncover last time. So I'll give that back to
Great.
you so you can take another look at it again. But also you find a small it's like a tin with a molded lid that pops in and out like a cookie tin. Boop. When you pop it open, There's 14 arcane flux inside.
Nice.
You can also tell that you haven't exhausted a complete search of all of the possible like folios and bureaus and personal belongings. You could continue searching. Let's see.
Who's been holding on to arcane flux?
I am.
Oh, you are. Okay.
Incidentally, I'm tracking it on the
Thank
phone.
you.
So this is the letter to Tavernius from Tara. Tavernius, yes, what you ask is likely feasible. Your sources are well informed. I've made great progress in breaching the veils between worlds and indeed in certain experimentation with celestials. I'll spare you the details. I'm not personally convinced that boring into the presumably living body of a god is likely to bear the results you're looking for, but then if you've not had any contact from the Fanged One in some time, then perhaps as a diagnostic method it would at least would answer some questions. Speaking of, there's only one important one at the moment, namely, what can you do for me? Cordially, Tara.
Hold up, though. This is interesting because I just realized the word presumably is there. The presumably living body of a god, which means that she is not 100% convinced that it is a living body. And then later on in the same sentence, she says she's not sure that boring into... Or wait. Yeah, okay. Okay. What if that corpse we were in is the corpse of Dahaka? With the blood that came to life. And what if the spear was them boring into it, and maybe this is her saying, I don't even think that's gonna fucking work, but you do you, fam.
I mean, I think we were onto something that it was definitely we were inside a being, right?
Yeah.
And
what if that's Dahaka?
Yeah.
And the weapon that they create, like, yeah, I think, I don't know. I wonder what we would have. I don't think we can get back in there because it's sealed up.
I think they're trying to resurrect Dahaka
Through the power of a spear inside of him?
Yeah, because that's what she did to... She literally said she's not sure that boring into the presumably living body of a god is likely to bear results. Like, she doesn't think it's good science, but they think it is. And she says, well, yeah, she has experience in piercing the veils between worlds and experimentation with celestials, but maybe she can help. But then she also says perhaps as a diagnostic method, it at least would answer some questions in the sense that maybe it'll help them figure out if he's actually dead or not. Because earlier on in that paragraph, she says presumably living. Like,
well,
that's a very interesting way to put that.
We did hear something that either was lungs or a heart. There was something, a throbbing of some sort inside that body.
Like a tomb.
Yeah.
That's interesting. It's interesting to think about. It might be that that's like a Dahaka's body we were in. Which bears the question, why is he dead? Why is he here? Doesn't he have another plane he should be hanging out on before he decides to come and eat everything?
Is it the same body, or is it like they're born into the body of a god to get a hold of Dahaka?
We don't know.
Perhaps it's a different god.
Yeah. The fanged one. Well, it's interesting. Something to think about. All right, so should I go disperse this gathering?
I mean, I think you have to.
Yeah. What is our plan? What are we doing? We're following you out, or
apparently Aya has a plan, and we're gonna follow it.
We're gonna let you tell them all to go home, and then wait in here, and then leave when they're gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna disperse the crowd.
Okay. First of all,
acting.
Give me a disguise check.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like at the door, ready to turn into a dinosaur.
What role is that? Let's take a look at your character sheet, Aya.
Oh, it says, according to this, my disguise kit has the attribute charisma.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Perfect. So you are trying to create a plausible OC priest.
Yeah. Guest speaker.
One they've never seen before.
TED Talk.
One they've never seen before in this cult of people who's now in charge. This will be fine. This will be fine.
I'm a warlock. I know how cults work, okay? I've been in a couple.
Okay. I am like looking in car like, if we have to run, we leave her behind. What?
No.
Oh my god, you're gonna get us all killed.
You supported this idea first.
My idea was to create your own original character.
So I think it's actually Yara who puts a hand on your shoulder as you're like stepping up to the door to throw it open. She says, "What are you doing? You don't look anything like Tavernius."
I'm not trying to look like Tavernius. I'm trying to look like a guest speaker.
A what?
Do you have guest speakers?
A guest speaker. I'm here to give a sermon.
So Naimia steps forwards and she says, "We do actually have guest speakers." Incidentally, she was also rifling through Tavernius's wardrobe and found a very elegant gown with like one of the collars that goes like all the way up to her chin line, like a little bit of lace. It's long and silken and blue and has incredibly baggy sleeves.
Oh, nice.
She spent some time over in the corner, just like windmilling her arms and being like, "Look at these sleeves."
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna knock my orchids off. She says, "We do have guest speakers, but it's been many years since we've had one because we've been stuck in this hellscape of living the same day over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And we've never seen a guest speaker in that time."
Well, I had the pox, and now I've made a miraculous recovery.
We're all going to die here.
And I'm
She like rubs her forehead and she says, "Do you have any idea, like, do you know of any of the guest speakers that we've had? Because I don't, but maybe if you at least could present yourself as a person that some people might recognize, it might help your case."
Yeah.
Oh no.
Of course.
Oh, good.
Oh no.
Then by all means.
Wait a second. I'm trying to think if I would actually like, if I'm. Eric has a big and beautiful and crenulated brain enough for this plan, but I don't know if Sarek or Kairos does.
What?
No, Sark does either.
Sorry, projecting for a second. Sorry.
Wow.
All right. Okay. Maybe Sark, you can suggest this then, because you probably would actually come up with this. What if we gamble and you pretend to be Melkart? Like we don't know a guest speaker. You're the closest thing to, you know what I mean? Like that would be something you could do and gamble.
Yeah.
Like or Quintara. Like, but I feel like you could pull off Melkart, and we just fucking pray that they've heard of him.
You know what? It's not a bad concept.
But like, obviously, I'm not smart enough to do this. So sorry, you need to roleplay this and say this.
But I mean, we also have to think about: does Melkart have a positive relationship with the Haka cult?
That's what I mean. I have no idea. This is a complete gamble.
Because wasn't he murdering cultists? Like, weren't the Astafon's chosen murdering cultists in the depths?
I'm looking through our journal of named NPCs. Yeah, exactly right. I'm looking through the journal of named NPCs basically and being like, I have no idea. Like none of these things are working besides maybe Quintara again, which we know we killed, and maybe Melkart. Like that's literally, to me, that's about it.
Sund was murdering cultists in the depths. Melkart and Sund are like the homies, so I'm assuming that's like.
It could be really bad, but also it might actually work.
Yara pales and
I don't know.
She looks you up and down.
Is this
and
dumb?
She says,
No, I get
There
what
is?
yeah.
"There is a superficial resemblance. I think it's the haunted look."
Well, no, I'm cuter, Obby.
She looks over to Naimia, and Naimia looks back at her and goes,
It's the Blood Raven, isn't it? It's Marshmallow's fault. Marshmallow, I freaking told you. Give me a negative to my charisma.
"It's the Blood Raven." Marshmallow
Should I
shouts,
turn into a raven?
here,
and
Marshmallow.
pretend to
Come
be
here,
blood
buddy.
of the lamb? Is
Come
that
here.
what it's called?
It's all right. It's all right.
You can. So actually, I think I would let you succeed on a 14 DC nature check to manipulate the color of your raven transformation if you wanted to, Ankara.
Will that help with like convincing people that you're Melkart? I guess if they know
Absolutely.
who you are.
What are they
Raven
gonna
is
say
a big
though?
part
Are they gonna
of the
attack
Melkart.
you?
Oh no!
Well,
Shit! My nature's
Melkart
low,
sex
dude.
appeal
So that's
is like,
as a part of your transformation action in order to like change the look of the transform you're adopting. So like
Uh-oh.
you can turn into a black feathered raven.
Oh no. Oh no. And Car's grayscale.
Do we have makeup? Do we have anything red?
There's a disguise kit. It has rouge.
Just put it on my
blush
feathers.
on a raven.
Let's just say
Yeah. I'll turn into a raven. Just blush
If
me
you-
up. Let's go.
if you can't turn red, maybe we can just create a lie and now Melkart's blue?
Can't you guys
Yeah, like,
cut
can we
your
just
hand or
pick a
something
different
and
color
just
and make a
smear
line?
blood on me?
I guess we
This
could
is
ask
not that
an idea,
hard.
though. We can be like, Namia, so Melkart, y'all cool with him? With them?
Yeah.
Her,
You know.
first of
how-
all. Second, we don't have a bad relationship with her, but we don't really have a relationship with her. She's one of Astafon's right-hand lieutenants. She carries a certain threatening aura. We try to not cross such individuals.
Oh, I can do this. Yeah. With the raven.
Oh boy, here we go.
Threatening
Look
aura?
extra menacing. Like, just spread your wings out. You know, look as big. Make yourself as big as possible. That's half of it. And now, meanwhile, I'm like smearing lipstick and blush.
And I have my wings. I'm just moving around, practicing being scary.
Yeah.
Making me red.
Marshmallow is like circling around you, shouting, "Blood waving, blood waving."
I'm like showing Marshmallow. How do I look?
Very scary.
Probably gonna have to have you babysit Mellow for this one, Kairos, if you don't mind.
Oh, thank God
my
you didn't
pleasure.
ask me. Oh my God.
Come here, my
I-
little beautiful flying bean.
The flying bean flies over to you and says, "Don't worry, I will take care of Kairos."
Y'all, this
He wraps around my bicep like a badass like bracelet
Torque,
thing.
yeah,
Torque.
totally.
Yeah, torque. Yeah.
He just chomps on his tail.
Yeah.
I walk over in front of Aya, like show off all my blood ravenness.
I think it's good. I think it's good. You know,
Just hop up on her shoulder.
the rest of it is really just performance. Like I said,
Mhm.
you make yourself as big as possible. You know. All right, let's do this. And I kick the door open.
You kick the door open, bang, and
Emperor's New Groove.
The entire hall falls silent, and everybody turns and looks in your direction. Yeah, the entire hall echoes.
And I say, Father Julian Tavernius is busying himself getting the wine. And in the meantime, he has tasked me, Melkart, with addressing you all, having a quick word. If I may have your attention, please.
This voice is amazing.
Kairos, we may need to
Please
run.
give me a performance check.
Chat. It is I, the person that I totally am.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello there.
Yeah, like a couple of them like looked at each other. Like the guy with the butt window turns around and like whispers to his friend, and then they just like turn back to you, and everybody is looking in your direction. It's clear that like there's an air of impatience in the room. They're ready to get going.
Yeah.
They don't know why Melkart is talking to them. They don't like you see a few flickers of recognition in a few faces, but like most people don't really respond to that name. but enough of like the senior leaders spread out through the crowd, like calm down and start paying attention, that everybody else follows suit.
And I start like a mini sermon, and I say, the egg of creation cools, and all earth seeks your warmth. And I like put my hand to them, expecting them to like say the next line.
Yeah, there's just like a mumbled response.
Oh, come on. I think you can do a little better than that. I thought we had some Dahaka worshippers in here. Do we not?
We totally do, but they have to look up the response.
Are you just like
blood is as the fire of the sun?
Yeah, perfect, excellent.
Yeah.
A little more
ready?
Steve Jobs, a little less Emmett Sheeran. Sorry.
Are you like? Are you ready to rock? And you hold out the microphone, and there's
Yeah,
like,
and
no,
they
I
didn't
thought there were rockers here. Louder! You're like, I can. Is that what you're doing right now?
Yeah. I'm trying to hype them up.
I'm the hype
As
man.
endless night swallows the day, great Dahaka swallow me. What is happening in this assembly? What is going on?
They are actually super like low energy. They're like mumbling and
They're all about to be
sad,
turned into horrid monster beasts. None of them are like excited about this.
I look at Aya and like look at the ground and look like up the aisle to like basically say like, are we gonna walk? Are we gonna?
Yeah.
So I jump down to the ground and I start trotting forward.
Hyping up the crowd.
Yeah. In front of you.
This is actually why I was brought here by Father Julian Tavernius. The truth is, there are murmurings that you aren't ready, that you are not made of the certain stuff that is worthy of transformation, that you're not ready to rise to the occasion of that for which we are assembled here today.
Yeah, there's like angry mutterings through the hall. Not ready.
And I have been brought here to determine whether or not you are. Quite frankly, this is a very sad display of fervor and passion and romance. And you can't just love Dahaka. You gotta love Dahaka. And I point to Britt for her to give me.
I've been like walking around like side eyeing people, just like
Give him the old stank eye. Just like
Doing that crow thing.
Incredible.
my head goes back.
Cultist number 4 mutters to his neighbor, I've even got a butt window.
it's not about the butt window. It's what you do with the butt window that's important.
I thought it was not about the butt window, but what is in our hearts.
It is. And I'm here to discern what is in your hearts. And so far, I have to say, congregation, I am not impressed. So here's what I want you to do. We're not going downstairs today. I know, you're disappointed. What we're going to do is get back to basics, okay? Tomorrow morning, I want you all here, and I want each of you to spend tonight writing down whether or not you really want this, and whether or not you have what it takes to serve Dahaka with your body, heart, and your soul. And until you do that, no transformation, no more communion wine. I'm shutting it down. And I'm Astafon's beloved, so I can do that.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Oh, God.
Wait, what? Advantage from me helping persuade?
They were like really listening to you, like
Not
really
great.
into it. Like, oh, I'm not good enough. Not what? Oh no. Until you said, and I'm Astafon's beloved, so I can say that. And then like immediately you felt the sense of the crowd turn, and one of them steps forwards. It's Mr. Butt Window, and he says,
Number 4.
yeah, cultist number 4. He says, I've been waiting for my entire life to serve Dahaka. Who are you, beloved of Astafon, to come down here into our depths, down from your high and mighty spire, and tell us what we, the faithful, will and will not do? Where is Tavernius? I will hear these words from his lips or not at all.
I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers on him and have the voice be like very serpentine and be Dahaka-like.
Ooh.
And just say like, you know not with who you meddle.
Sibilant.
Yeah.
Sibilant whispers.
One.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So you cast this, and then the target must make a wisdom saving throw. Cool.
God, I want
15.
Now here's the question: do cultists have a bonus to wisdom or a detriment?
Great
to
question.
wisdom?
Yeah.
I feel like cultists aren't the wisest.
Yeah.
Well, it's like in D&D parlance, they're priests, and priests used wisdom as a casting modifier. So like any cultist has to necessarily have high wisdom, and yet, yeah.
You swindle. Yeah.
You can
Let's
have
see,
wisdom
here's-
and low intelligence.
This character has 14
Yeah.
wisdom.
14 wisdom.
It's making a wisdom saving throw.
Idiot.
He rolled a 3. So what does Dahaka whisper? What do your dissonant whispers say?
So it does, I guess first of all, it would do like 13 psychic damage to his brain.
Yeah.
And
he's
it
gonna
would-
run screaming.
Yeah, and it's this voice that just says, do not meddle with my chosen. With like a s at the end.
My chosens. Amazing. Awesome. Yeah. He shrieks and he shouts, Dahaka! I'm sorry! And he just like starts running away from you, tearing at his hair, like big
anybody else
coming out. And then he just collapses on the floor and goes,
Anybody else?
Die.
I'm eyeing people, like hopping a little bit at them.
They back the fuck up. They are not into this raven hopping after them. Or this cultist dead from plausibly the whispers of Dahaka, but also maybe Melkart just killed him. So like, who knows? Nobody else really wants to try it though. So they all just sort of like mutter like, so like, yeah, I think a couple of them start filing like out kind of to the left into the chamber with the Sunfire Brazier. And then you see them coming out onto the rafters and like tottering their way across. And then a couple
words due tomorrow morning. 300 words.
A couple more go off onto the right and like open a door off that way and disappear into the space beyond. The glimpse that you can see looks like some sort of like commons room area or whatever, like a couple little lamps lighting it. And some more like exit out the back, and generally like the room slowly clears until it's empty, and then Yara and Naimia step up behind you and they say, well, Yara says, I didn't think you'd manage it.
Yeah, I don't think Sarek did either.
No, I honestly...
I killed Butt Window. I'm sorry. It was an accident. I didn't think he was that fragile.
Anyway, honestly.
Okay.
Of all the windowed butts, I've seen better.
Naimia shakes her head and says, butt windows are incredibly gauche.
Agreed.
Yeah, you have the room until tomorrow morning. I gave them homework.
They both just kind of nod and they say, I think we should take our leave, but thank you, I think.
I mean, you have to do the homework too, just to keep up appearances.
We absolutely will.
I'm going to like quickly draw out a sketch, like rip a page out of Sarek's journal and quickly draw out like a quick map and hand it to them and say, there's a camp here, and there's these people that live there, and maybe you can go there. It's a barricade camp, and not only do I think they could help you, but I think maybe you could help them too. And get a fresh start.
They take the map and they look at each other and then they look back at you and they say, our first stop will be the camp on the palace floor of the palace hall, but this is very interesting to hear. I'm certain that they would appreciate knowing that there's another camp on the exterior as well.
I look back at the group. There's 2 camps.
There's 2 camps?
Know.
They sort of nod and they say, yes, there's a neutral party that has holed themselves up in a defensible location on the main floor of the palace halls.
Oh. That's very good to know.
I mean, it's all right. There could be another little. It could be like filled with children. God help me if it's filled with
For
children.
them to defend a location right in Estefan's backyard is a little impressive. They got some formidable fighters in there?
Some. In all honesty, the palace is kind of a mess. The sections are in great disarray. Everybody is mostly trying to survive as best they can. I think that from what I've heard, they've managed to seal off all but a few entrances and exits and are guarding those very heavily.
You could tell me roughly the location of this camp? Maybe we could meet you there.
Yeah, I think Naimia steps forward and she says, I'm not entirely certain exactly where it is. I've heard that it's near the main entrance of the palace compound itself. If you can make your way to the ground floor level of the palace, I believe that the elevator would take you there. Then the main hall approach probably will lead you in the direction of this group of people.
Okay. Well, if you do end up going to the barricade camp, let them know that Iramon's friends sent you. And I just turned to everybody else. I'm like, you think that annoying kid's brother might be at this camp? We never saw him when we were wandering through the forest. Do you think there's a chance? He said his brother was like this big warrior who went missing. What if he set up his own camp?
Your guess is as good as mine. Right, but right now I think we should focus on getting that brazier in the
Yes,
ossuary.
let's not focus on that child ever again.
Prepara.
Pretorio?
I don't know.
Prepara? You think his name was Prepara?
Sounds like a medication of some sort. Anyways,
every elf name is also secretly antidepressant medicine.
Yeah.
Celebrimbor.
Being incredibly annoyed.
Kintara. Side effects may include. Yeah, it's all the same.
Grief about the ages being lost. Lamentations.
Seeing many things. Things that are. Things that have. that may be.
Things that may or
things that have not yet come to pass.
Side effects may include seeing things that are. Look. Yes, I feel like eventually we should get there, but more importantly, we should continue our adventure down into the dark below. You know, we are the heroes. Wink.
Yara nods and she says, I wish you the best of luck. Please, take care of yourselves. And if we see you again, we will be very happy to greet you on.
Yes. All right, then. I
yeah,
like where that's going.
Naimia rolls her eyes.
What? It's all for show. Don't worry, Aya. I know they care.
Okay, so that's your takeaway. Let's go.
That's my takeaway.
Die in the catacombs.
Who's she gonna roll her eyes for? No one's here to judge.
As long as we give the secret to the brazier, then we can die all we want.
I don't think there's a brazier down there. I think it's a mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yep.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
mirror.
I would know it's a mirror. My bad.
You're fine.
That's me being a potato brain.
There might be a brazier in that king camp.
A mirror can teleport you to other places where braziers are.
Yes.
Yes, that too. And there could be a brazier in that camp if it's a mirror camp to the barricade one. Because every camp we've been to, including the forest encampment, has had a brazier.
True.
That's true.
So it's possible that the one that they've built in the king's palace could have
How
one
are they
too.
gonna stay warm?
Knowing how, yeah.
Because we had the forest camp with those people that we met after.
The tree village.
We have discovered the level designer's tell.
So lazy. Whoever designed this place. What a lazy bastard.
Look at all these
I think they
reused
do this for a
assets.
living.
Look at all this
Oh,
fucking reused assets. Oh my god.
Yeah, like
All the
the
loading screens.
one giant supposed to be 10 people. Lazy game design.
So the pair depart. They head into the chamber with the Sunfire Brazier, and then you see them tottering across the rafters up above. And the four of you, plus Marshmallow, of course, are heading out the grand doors at the end of the hall.
Is that where the elevator is?
Yes. Yeah. They
I would like to go there first and try to sneak and see what's on the other side rather than be like, come on, everyone, let's go.
Cool. Are you trying to listen? Are you trying to like crack the door? Or,
Yeah,
like,
I want to do
angle a
like the
mirror
whole
to peer
slow,
on the
like
bottom?
ear to the door, slowly open the door, like the step-by-step process of making sure there's nothing terrible.
Cool. Yeah, give me an investigation check for like your pre-opening
Sure.
information gathering.
Ooh.
Yeah, awesome. The hallway beyond sounds entirely quiet. You don't hear footsteps or breathing. Man, like you're level 9, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. God, how could I present this? You hear the clicking and whirring of mechanisms and the sound of something incredibly large moving. Some deep machinery in the earth. But as you like close your eyes and squint them a little bit, you hear very, very faintly like the soft rustle of fabric as of someone sort of like adjusting their robes as they sit. However,
on the other
you hear-
side in the hallway beyond?
Yeah. And both of these sounds are quite faint, actually. Like no one else would be able to hear these things. You're like spending some time to piece through and like hear each sound multiple times and like line them up in your brain. Yeah.
What do your elf ears hear?
There's something further beyond, but I can't make out exactly what it is. The ruffle of fabric, perhaps? Can I peek through and like give it the old ocular pat down?
Give me a perception check. Your investigation check, of course, assured you that there are no traps on this door, which makes sense because it's well traveled. Everybody comes through here all the time.
13.
Yes. There is there's a long hallway in front of you leading to a large circular chamber with like a central pillar, but a massive central pillar, far larger than any like load-bearing pillar structure is. It's almost like it's a circular room containing another small circular room. And sort of just around the edge of this hallway, you can see someone sitting just around the corner. You can see like their berobed legs as they sit in a chair.
Do I recognize this at all? Does this look similar to, remember when we were underground and there was like that dude who was like, I walk in a circle? Remember that guy we fought like way back when, like 182 episodes ago? Remember that guy? And
Yes.
he was like, I walk in a circle and protect shit. Does it kind of look like that? Is this like something we should be worried about, or is it just like, my name's Phil, I do guard duty today? Like, is it a problem?
Like all of the proportions of this person, like 13 is good enough to like get information without the ridiculous level of understanding that your 26 earned you. So like the proportions of this person look human and not like twisted or demonic or, you know, otherworldly, for example. It just looks like a standard issue, like a traveler's cloak, basically, that someone is wearing, not a hyper ornate mage's robe or, you know, some dark twisted cultist garb soaked in blood. But that's kind of all you can see. They're like sturdy leather boots on this person's feet.
Sure. I'll turn back to Aya and be like, I think you probably need to do your act again and convince the person in there to leave their post.
I open the door and go in.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Amazing. Do we need a 5-minute break?
I don't think so.
I mean, I need to go to the bathroom, so I can just get up if we need to.
Let's take 5. We'll come back and we'll continue on with whatever Aya discovers when she moves through this door.
All right, go Tinkle. Do what you've got to do. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Whoop. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Sunfall Cycle. Whoop. Let's go. Let's do it.
Pew, 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 pew. Pew, pew,
All right,
pew.
so let's see. Yeah, totally. So, Aya, you just stepped out of the double doors that lead from the worship hall into the vestibule. Right?
Yes.
So to be clear, there's a long hallway in front of you, probably, 80 feet long, something like that. And then that long hallway opens up into a circular chamber, and you can see within that circular chamber, there is like another smaller, stone walled off room that's circular in the center of it. Mm-hmm. And yeah, at the end of this 80-foot hallway, sort of around the corner to the right, you can see like the berobed knees and boots of someone just sitting there. You can also see a massive iron cleaver like sitting, leaning from the chair down onto the floor, that once you step out and then you like moving back and forth across the hallway a little bit, then that lets you see this cleaver, but it was not actually visible from the doorway itself. What do you do?
I just say routine inspection.
You just step forwards and say that.
Yeah, routine inspection. Attention to your posts.
I didn't know we're playing Blackadder today. I'm into it.
Yeah,
I'm still a Raven, so I'm still hyping up whatever.
I will help you. I'm military. And I'm military wise, so like I can just fill in all the jargon, like I'm like your sergeant or whatever, being like, hear that, lads? Up and ready at your 6, whatever military things.
Yeah. There's you step around the corner like saying this, and you see that there's this dragonborn sitting there with silver scaling. He's sitting on a plush velvet chair. His head is leaned back against the stone wall, and he appears asleep. And he has a massive cleaver sitting at his side, and he's wearing robes of Dahaka. He opens one yellow slitted eye and gazes up at you, and he says, "Are you a woman of faith?"
Obviously. Sleeping on your posting, unacceptable. And
Yeah,
he motioned to Kairos to like flay him or whatever.
Sleeping on your post would be punishable by death. So it's a little.
Start with flogging and then
literally
work your way up.
He shakes his head and then closes his eye again, and then he mutters, "Gods cannot live without mortals, for it is we who create them. Assuredly, Gloek's abandonment has killed Dahaka as much as whatever terrible assaults caused him."
I bash his head in with a spear and interrupt him. I grab him and I'm choking him with my spear up like this. I'm holding him up, choking like this. I'm there. Listen here, you little shit. You live or die by me now, not even God's. All right, so you're gonna fucking pay attention.
I want you to know this is gonna end the
And then let him
exact
go.
same way that it ended with the priest, where I'm gonna be like, I stab him in the throat, and he's like, ha ha, 'tis merely a scratch. This is how it's gonna end. Now this guy's gonna be like, you think but to lift me? And he's gonna open his other eye, and it's gonna be like red, and shoot a laser and vaporize you. The end. The end.
Listen, there is a god that cannot be killed, and that's called the Chain of Command. And right now, that's Aya. So like, that's what you're worshiping now, right? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm putting in that into this guy's
right.
step.
I put him under a different. Right? Yeah, totally cool.
There you go.
Yeah, awesome. Go ahead and roll a grapple.
Oh, okay. We gotta roll for this.
Yeah. This guy who's super chill about having someone come up and accost him, who has a massive cleaver sitting at his side, who appears to be asleep, actually not as asleep as he looks.
All right. Well, I guess part of this was the element of surprise and acting quickly, which is why I thought maybe I could catch him and have an advantage for this, but I'll just go normal. Come on, dice. Come on. Please, please let me do the cool thing, the one thing I describe. Please, before I click submit, please, RNG, Jesus, hear my prayer.
Please.
Please.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, not too bad.
God, come on.
Yeah, you actually like you grab him, you get your spear up under his chin. You're shouting at him like, what are you trying to shout?
I was trying to say that like no one cares what you fear or not fear. The only thing that matters is if you fear Chain of Command, and right now that's Aya, so like get ready.
Yeah. Like he's all backed up against the wall, and he like now both of his eyes are open. His other eye is red.
Told you.
And he's
all
just
dead now.
he just says, I don't know either of you.
Well, we have been lapsing on our inspections a bit, as evidenced by the fact that you are asleep at your posting.
Has your accent changed?
No, it is the same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was.
Don't worry about my accent. Worry about your snoozing on the job.
On the job.
On the job.
On the job.
He nods. He's decided to start being compliant, and he says, "Yes, of course. What job is it I'm supposed to be doing?"
Standing guard here. Is that
Very
flavor
well.
just for show?
I will stand as a guard.
Thank
Oh, no.
you.
Oh no.
We'll continue our inspection now. Come along, survey team. And I gestured to everyone else.
All right, Mum.
What is that voice?
It's me new voice. Sorry, it's always been me voice.
I'm glaring at you. I give you the look that moms give their kids in public.
I'm running on the ground to catch up to Aya, and on my way, I nip Sark with my beak in the ankle.
Oh,
Just like a little.
That bugger bit me, Edie.
That's the sound of Ankara running as a bird.
Yeah.
Oh, he got me right. Oh, he bit me in me knickers. He did. Right in my ankle. Oh.
A small voice pipes up and says, "Pip, Chewie-o, you've got to have a spot of bangers."
Come on, me old boy. We gotta go inspecting, sweetie.
I look at Aya like giving her this face like, you did this. Like,
We just a couple of cultists, sweeties.
We're gonna ship you to the coal mines.
I'm just shaking my little raven head. Just,
Today's Christmas Day.
Do you have any children? Because we need them for the mines.
Oh,
I
that's
glare.
right.
I
Children for the
especially glare at
mines, eh?
Marshmallow. I'm like,
Yeah. Marshmallow sneers.
I sneer the exact same way as Marta.
Yeah, this guy, he stands up straight, he picks up his cleaver, he hoists it over his shoulder. He looks back at you, Kairos, and he says, "Satisfactory."
I stare him down, and like there's like a heavy pause, and it's kind of hot. But then I'm I say, yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa.
his
I do. No, like at the Top Gun, like you're dangerous, Mav. Like there's like this really big testosterone energy between us, right?
Yeah.
I do that like
BTE
fight thing.
Oh yeah, if you were like in the locker room half naked, there would be like, you know,
There's that kind of
yeah, and then you go play volleyball together, and it's like, will they, won't they? Yeah, exactly. No, I get it. I get it.
As he makes eye contact, his dragonkin nostrils flare. Yeah. He says, "I believe the sacred library requires your inspection." No.
Right you are, boyo.
He as you walk away, he says, "Wait. There was a delinquent who entered the elevator to smoke."
A delinquent?
A delinquent.
And you did not smite them?
I was asleep.
Then how do you know that they went to the elevator to smoke?
I wasn't actually asleep. I was merely being lazy and resting my eyes.
Or
I'm
shouldn't
sorry.
we call it a lift?
counting my eyelids for holes.
What manner of delinquent?
Can't call it an elevator. It's a lift. Now grab your torch and let's go.
I'm like pushing. Sorry.
Oh, watch your handsies there. Trying to grapple me.
He said, he hollers after you, "I think I heard him saying something about Dahaka."
Well, thank you for your prudence. And I call the lift. I'll call the lift.
That's right. You will call the lift is what you'll do.
Awesome.
An elevator,
So, yeah,
I don't even know what that is.
Kidding them.
if you step forwards into this rounded chamber, you can proceed around the outsides in either direction. And they're like these soft velvet chairs that this man was sitting on, but is no longer. He's now standing at attention, sword over his shoulder. And on the far side, there are two doors that face each other. One of them reads, carved in stone above the door. It's a set of small iron double doors that are carved in stone above that says the words Urbao Sacred Library. And those are in the exterior wall of this circular chamber. On the interior wall, there's another set of wooden double doors that look like they're so that the doors are slightly curved in the same curvature as the stone of the curved wall, and there are these railings at the top that the wooden doors are like hanging from, so you can take the handles and slide them out so that they slide horizontally open.
Oh, so it like moves along the curve?
Yeah, and there's like a small chain with one of those like polished wood handles. It's very clearly meant to be pulled, as of like a bell that you would ring for a servant, attached next to but above the doors.
Don't worry, Mum. I'll pull it. I will. Right. I'll get to work. Pulling chains is what I do.
As you pull on the chain, it resists for a moment and then goes ka-chunk and gives way.
Boy, it's
and
resisting. Oh, never mind. It's giving way.
Stop resisting. This is the law.
This is the wall, Mum.
This is the law. You hear this grinding, and then like the sound of heavy machinery moving beneath you. It gets louder until you hear a thunk, and then a little bell chimes. Ding.
Okay, I'll open the door, Mum. And I, pull the door open.
Is there
You
any
pull the
sign on this
door
floor?
open.
No,
The large space inside looks like it fills up most of the interior of the solid block of the center of this chamber. Very clearly is an elevator. And the first thing that you see is a large upside down head grinning at you with a rictus grin. Before you see the long collection of arms, legs, and appendages, all bristling with weapons. It opens its mouth and it shrieks at you. Roll for initiative.
Oi, why are you trying to fight?
We're not doing that anymore.
Oi, oh.
Downtown Abbey's over, dude.
We're not
It's fine.
doing... Oh, thank God we're not doing terrible voices anymore, because that would get annoying after a while. Trust
Thank
me.
goodness.
All right.
Yes, those voices were fucking ridiculous.
It's much better
Yeah,
now.
thank God we don't have to
It
do dumb
is.
voices anymore.
We're in Father Longleg's house, indeed.
All right, initiative.
Father Long.
Thanks,
Old
Bub
Father
Prince.
Longlegs. Old Father Longlegs. Where are
Oh,
we?
I need to roll initiative. Bloop.
I need to
Bloop.
find my body.
Bloop.
Amazing.
Steven, you broke my heart.
How'd I break it?
Well, it reset everything on my screen. And when I tried to roll initiative, it was like, sorry, you didn't click your token when I did, but you changed the screen on me.
Let's see, what'd you roll? 9? Yeah, that still counts.
I'll take it. I just want things to be fair, man.
Fantastic.
I just want to, but I lost everyone else, at least on my screen.
Really?
Yeah.
I rolled a 15. I just added myself to the layer.
Bronze rolled a 15 at the
turn.
beginning, and then it removed her.
You just removed me from the lore.
Very weird. I actually see all of you. Let's just...
Oh, there we go. Now it's clear.
Let's just add turns for all of you. Sarek got a 9, not a 6. Aya got a 15. Kairos got a 15. And Kara got an 18.
Oi, I'll go last again.
And then
Job's done.
this creature here
All I could think of. Job's done.
Job's done.
got a 1. Oh, right.
Zugzug.
Except that it acts, what?
Not that kind of orc. Yeah. We can do the whole Warcraft catalog.
We can.
Sign me up.
Every voice line.
Every single one of those little crappy voice lines, I can do them. That's what years of playing Warcraft 3 gets you. That's it.
Yep.
It's the only skill I learned. Not to be
Did
good
you
at
ever
the
play
game.
those custom games or just the RTS?
Every single one. The tower defense and the ones where you like got
The malls.
infinite. And yeah, all of them. Those were
Defense
I played
of the
that
Ancients.
more than anyone else because
Yep.
I sucked at the. Every game I played, it'd be like, and now you get rushed by 8,000 ghouls. I'm like, cool, I lost again.
All right. So none of you somehow are particularly surprised at this. All of you are ready. It's Inkara who is ready first.
What are we doing, guys?
I mean, we're fighting. We said we'd fight it, right?
We're just gonna fight it, right?
Although, I mean,
I don't think we can reason with the
Yeah.
centipede man.
the
I like
question
you
is
said
though.
delinquent, and we were expecting a kid, and then it's like that dude really was not paying attention because he thought this was like some
like,
adolescent
Irresponsible child.
smoking a cigarette in the elevator, and it's a multi-armed and legged.
Now, question: is this thing
homunculus.
smoking a cigarette though?
No.
No.
Why
There's
did
not
he
even the
wait in
smell
there to
of smoke.
smoke?
There's the faint scent of brimstone wafting up the shaft from
Oh
down below.
my god, he thought brimstone was a cigarette?
He's a terrible.
Maybe he
guard.
thought it was a clove cigarette.
He's a clove cigarette. I thought it was a
can't.
Swisher Sweet.
Damn
These guys
hipsters.
suck. This is the worst guard who ever lived. This guy's
Thought it was a
terrible.
clove.
I
I don't know. I guess I'll just shoot him with an arrow for now.
Oh, you have the new staff.
Oh, you do have the
Oh.
new staff.
Snake
Yeah, that would
man.
require me to go up there. I guess I can just go up and snake.
He's
him.
right in front of us. I mean, I don't know what's the distance?
Yeah,
like?
I guess like how far away?
Oh yeah, he's
One
like
move distance.
He's
yeah,
right there.
definitely. Like this elevator is like probably 20 feet across total. It's not super big. You're very close.
I like the idea that he roars loudly and you go boop.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bop him on the face.
Awesome.
Is that up? I'm trying to see if that's updated in my attacks real quick. Steven, do you know offhand like what the damage should be?
It's got negative initiative.
Oh yeah. Let me take a look here.
Sorry,
this
I should
was
have notated that. I'm just trying to remember.
Father High Priest Julian Tavernius. So it's the same as yours, but it's 4d6 poison damage.
Okay, should I just change that on my?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me.
Characters.
He's a lot of flesh. That's a lot to poison. You got this.
Damage 4. Okay.
Yeah,
Should be
totally.
updated.
Ooh.
Let's take a look at that big 15.
Boom! I turned from a raven into myself and then hit him.
And then you snake him. Unfortunately, the 15 bounces off of his thickened hide.
No!
But you can take that attack as your bonus action as a consequence of your transformation, or as your free attack. So you can actually attack again.
Sick.
Get him.
Because you've got the torques of the shifter. Their bare eyes flash.
Oh.
Hell yeah, nailed him.
The little
412
baby head.
and DC
More
15
poison.
con save. Fails, he takes 16 damage.
Boom, boom,
Nice.
boom.
Nice.
Nice. Kairos, what'd he do?
Stepping up, smacking him.
Amazing.
Smacking him.
First one. Well, bam.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Second one. Well, bam.
Both hit.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Minimum damage.
Woo. What happened there? All right, there you go.
Literal minimum.
Not too bad. Aya, what do you do?
Eldritch Blast. Always.
Fantastic.
Shotgun.
Yeah.
Nice. Both hit.
Yee.
Minus 19.
Yeah.
Sarek, your turn.
I'm going to two things. One, they're engaged, so I'm going to take my auto sneak attack. But more importantly, I think I have advantage because he hasn't attacked yet.
Yep.
Idiot. All right, let's end this fool.
Got him.
Longbow.
Oh, damn. Roll those bones.
All
Point
right.
blank shooting into his
Do I
face.
do it
That's a
again?
lot of damage.
Do I roll
13
it again?
plus 9 is 22. And then roll your sneak attack twice.
Ooh-hoo-hoo.
Plus 37, so minus 37 more hit points.
Damn.
What it
This thing bellows and roars. And then it surges forward. So
No
let's see.
smoking.
This is a non-smoking facility.
Don't you know it's bad for your health?
Let's see.
Jesse, never change your treasure.
And Kara and I should be blocking it, but maybe they can just overwhelm us because it's so big. Maybe also this would be a time to pause for next session.
I think it's going to take some attacks and then we'll pause for next session.
Yeah, sounds good.
So, okay, first it's going to arc lightning.
Oh.
No.
Yes. So, arc lightning.
It knows marked lightning?
It fires arc lightning at Kairos. So, Kairos, please make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
No fear. One fear.
Oh, one fear. First of all, you take 11 lightning damage.
No, now it arcs to someone else?
And then the lightning arcs to Ankara. Ankara, please make a
Oh.
dexterity
Fucking-
saving throw.
Can I roll above
Wow,
a 10?
you took a
Oh my
ton of
god.
damage.
No, I wrote 11 instead of minus 11.
Ankara, you take
Oh.
16 damage and the lightning arcs to Aya. Aya, please make a dexterity
You
saving
can do
throw.
this, Aya. You got this.
Make it stop. Nice.
Oh, cool. All right. So
Huzzah.
you take 2 lightning damage, and the arc stops with you.
Yeah.
I stopped
Then,
the cycle.
then
Sunfall
it
Cycle.
bites at Kairos.
Okay.
Chomp, missing you entirely. And
Rebuffed.
then it swipes at Ankara,
Reaction. Disadvantage.
missing even worse than it would have originally.
Get off of me.
Is that what you
And
stop at?
that's where
Get out of here.
They can be felt.
No.
They can
that's
be beaten.
that's where we will leave it for today's
No.
episode.
Ouch.
Yummy.
Rude. Get away from me.
Oh,
That's
come on. So
I'll
gross.
bite you.
All right. Well, that is where we wrap it up for today. But hold on. Before we do that, is there any delicious art that we have to look at? Hold on to my butts. Let's go look.
Hold on to my butt windows.
Let's go see.
reach
deep,
into my window and hold my butt.
deep in the archives of butt windows. All right. So, oh my god, I gotta scroll back up. A lot of chatter going on in our little thing this past week. Okay, so at the end of the last episode, of course, I don't know if we showed this one, but this is this is our first. This is from Tampopo. This is the running into your hot ex with your hot topic ass rebound is the title of this one. And this is on the floor of the this is what happened last time.
That's
Hot ass
amazing.
rebound.
Am I interrupting something?
Hot topic was shit when I was younger.
Oh my god. That's
Then
amazing.
this
That's
is
so
the
good.
original art. This is the original art that it's based off of. The Monopoly meme. And then this is the updated version for us. Which is
Oh my god.
imagine this is how it works for us. There once
Look at those.
I'm
Oh my
dead on the
god.
ground.
That octopus.
I am dead on the ground.
Sunglasses.
And just classy.
Yeah.
Just yep.
Oh my god.
We're
That's
all-
amazing.
amazing.
The moon is a mess.
Look at Marshmallow on top of the jail.
Then scrolling down some more. Huge conversation. I'm glad people are just sitting around chatting. Thanks for using it. Stutter Phantom just made a meme that is offensive to me. It's Mr. Sandman, bring me some sand. Store it in your pocket, propelled by your hand. Hate it. Not a fan. Hate it.
I love it.
I don't know what
It's great.
I don't know what this GIF is, but I'm including it anyway, even though it isn't necessarily about us, but I imagine it's about Brit's cat.
It is spiritually about us.
Spiritually about us. Very fun.
Yes.
I'm just including it anyway. Hilarious. Don't know why this exists.
That's correct.
It does
Then-
have a little bit of a Steven vibe to it, that cat.
Yeah.
Guys, please.
Then, Pac Bruno has, I guess this was a tweet that we now have the last time we saw the black and white versions. Now we have the colorized versions of these, which is some of our forays into battle.
Yeah.
You just see him yeeting somebody too.
Yep.
It's amazing.
This is so good.
That
Get out
is,
of
if
the
you remember,
way.
that was when we were in the forest with those other people, and they got their asses kicked, but we didn't even get hit
So
once.
fucking.
I remember that battle.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Then, just
Oh
chilling
my
out on
God.
top of a tower with a veiny sun and an angel.
The veiny sun.
Ooh.
Looks very cool.
Oh, that's
God,
good.
that's so fucking cool.
World.
Then,
That red
just
sky.
if you're an elf meeting a girl who is dead,
Melissa!
Dead but thinks she's alive.
Great
I
hair.
miss her. I love that. Yeah,
Melissa has
Melissa's
amazing
haircut
hair.
is incredible. Are those bangs?
Yeah, she's got like
I love it. Look at her dress.
then
Dude, that's awesome. I got the cape on
wow,
and
here's
everything.
another one that I
Oh.
did not know we needed so badly.
Wow.
This last one is so good. This is the two of you, Aya and Inkara, floating through books.
I hear the wall.
Oh my God.
The wall.
Wow.
I love that.
That is so
That's
good.
amazing.
Leander's
That is
book.
so
That is-
cool.
That's really good.
Now
Oh
I don't
my
feel bad for
God.
almost dying in there. Didn't I smack my head on like
You
3
hit, like,
yeah,
every
you definitely
bookshelf.
almost
Yes.
died. It was very scary.
That is
Yeah,
that
most
is-
of us
that
would
is
have hit
too
every
cool.
bookshelf in there because that's crazy.
Yeah. Wow. Art
That's
is
awesome.
killing it. You guys are so good
Damn.
at this.
Amazing.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, that's it for us. But let's go around the screen, find out what people are up to. Britt, what's going on with you this week?
Not much. Just hanging out. I don't know. Reading books. Getting into reading again. So just reading a bunch of books and I don't know, trying to figure out my life, I guess.
I feel that vibe.
I don't know. I just hope everyone has a nice week, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. I too have been like, boy, I want to start reading like an adult again. It's crazy.
It took me so many tries. Like I kept sitting down with a book, and I was like, I know I really want to read this, and I'd get like 10 pages in, and then trail off somewhere. And I finally yesterday sat down and read 300 pages, and I was so happy.
I don't know if it
Done
makes
with the
me
book.
lazy, but like, shout out to Audible for existing. When I'm in the car, all I do is listen to
Audible's
books now.
great, too.
That's
Yeah.
all. I just listen to books, and I feel like it's lazy of me not to read them. But I'm like, man, I'm getting
No.
through like chapters, just
I mean,
driving
if
in
you think
LA.
about
Sitting-
it, reading's kind of a luxury, whereas like
Mhm.
you can wash the dishes and listen to Audible.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I get distracted really easily when I listen to Audible, so I need to practice listening better because
If
my
you're in the
mind
car,
will
you're
trail
forced
off.
to listen. What else are you gonna do?
Well, no, it's because my brain goes somewhere else and I don't realize it until I'm like, wait, I was
Oh, no.
listening to that book. And then I'm like, but how long have I been gone? Because now I don't know what the fuck is going on in the story. Then I have to rewind it a little bit. So I need to just practice with that more.
I
That's
do
why I like
that
reading
with
my
books that
books,
I'm
is-
reading.
Yeah. Oh, I do that all the
Oh,
time. And I have
I
to go
sit
back
there and I
reread
space
the
out and my
page.
eyes keep going, and then I'm like, wait, I have not been paying attention.
When that happens, I read out loud to myself for a while.
It helps.
Nice.
Reading
Back
out
on
loud
track.
really helps. Yeah.
But
and
I
it's a
do
good
like
tool.
audiobooks.
A
I
good-
do like them. They're just hard for me sometimes.
It's also a good tool to become a better dungeon master.
Yeah, reading out
Just
loud.
literally just reading another person's words.
Streaming and reading an RPG definitely helps. If you're that person where you have to like sit there and read the entire damn thing and you're like, I don't want to do this, but you do it anyway for the stream, it helps. It helps you out in the long run. Steven, what's going on with you this week?
Not much. I'm having my eyes glaze over while pretending to read The Wheel of Time. And I'm like book number 7 or something like that. I don't know. It's long. And that's about it. I'm surviving the pandemic.
You know what?
That is not
Keep it going.
nothing.
Let's keep it going.
Power to us.
Full steam. Too sweet to be sour. Too nice to be mean. Bronze, what's going on with you?
Let's see. I spent all of Sunday playing Twilight Imperium.
Dope.
Nice.
Oh,
I-
sick.
Forgot that I enjoy board games because when I first started streaming on Twitch, one of my jobs was like playing board games. I worked at a board game store and I determined what games we were going to sell at the store. And that involved buying a lot of board games or getting them for free or at cost and then just demoing them. So I kind of, I have this huge board game collection, but I never play board games and I kind of forgot that I enjoy them. And this happens to me regularly. And then I sit down and play one and I'm like, I like this. And it like reignites that passion to play more board games. So yeah, I've been messing around on Tabletop Simulator lately.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
gearing up to do my own D&D show on my channel. This is my first time doing a D&D show on my own channel. I've done it on other channels like Roll20
Hey.
and D&D Beyond and stuff. This is the first time doing it on my own channel. So I'm very excited for that. And yeah, really been enjoying Valheim. And yeah, I've been a little down. I'm not going to lie to you, chat. I'm going to keep it 100. I've been a little down, but you know, I'm just focusing on creative endeavors and I'm not going to let it get to me. I am very difficult to defeat. Much like a crab, I am.
You will eat another one and you will win.
I have a rocky exterior. I'm also a Cancer for you astrology bitches.
Oh,
So I really am a crab.
So crabby. Eric, what's going on with you?
Hey, to build off the crabs, nature loves crabs. Carcinization has occurred 5 times independently through the history of all living things on our world. That nature has literally just evolution has trended towards the crab form 5 times independently.
That's really inspiring. That made
the
me
pinnacle
feel
of evolution.
a hardy
Yeah.
breed.
You may not like
Very
it, but
hard.
this is what the peak of masculinity
It
is.
Yeah. Yeah, just like
Clack, clack,
so
clack, clack.
I hit a giant milestone in my Pendragon campaign. My 52 sessions in, we drew the sword from the stone. We watched Arthur, the
Yo!
squire, the beardless bastard,
Yay!
no one of no well known stock, be given the sword from Sir Kay, who puts it back, and he draws the sword for everyone, forever changing the fate of England, and it's so fucking cool. It's really a big deal, and I'm really happy we got that far.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm very happy about that. I have planned like 70 hours of my West Marches campaign for the next like week and a half. I'm about like 30 hours into it so far. It's really, really good. I've been trying to write up a video about how to run a West Marches using like basically Scrum style
Nice.
trainings of like adventure blocks and downtime and sprint style stuff for progress to avoid burnout and feature updates. And then lastly, it's just, I don't know, this game. It's just, and you all enjoying this kind of stuff. And we should talk about Valheim. We should do a Sunfall Valheim.
We should.
I also would
Kind
love
of
to do a
Sunfall
Sunfall
Valheim
Cycle
server.
Torchbearer because I have an
Yeah.
intense interest in the system and I've never played it.
Bronze. I will run that game in an instant.
Yeah.
Literally
Yep.
in an instant. I just was playing one the other day and it just reinvigorated my love for it. I will absolutely run it in
I've
a
always
very
been
fucking
interested.
second.
And there's
Anytime.
a hack for Torchbearer that's Alien,
Colonial Marines. Yep.
which I'm
I
like
played Colonial Marines with
obsessed.
Luke, and that's how I got introduced to Torchbearer and Burning Wheel.
All right.
All right. I
Well,
guess that's
we
it.
have
for
things
us.
to talk about.
If
What about you, Jesse?
Oh, hey, if you were like not busy in 4-ish hours, I do another D&D thing over on Brett Ultimus' channel. Actually, it's not happening. Oh shit. Yeah. So I'll promote it March 10th. Come back and watch it. Turns out, Steven, you'll appreciate this. When given the choice whether to join all the other campaigns in saving the world or not, the Goblin campaign I'm in decided to join the evil space baby because he offered us all planets, which is honestly, what are goblins gonna do? Not take free planets? So we betrayed literally everyone else, all the other players across all the other campaigns, and we're fine with it. And so we're on hold till March 10th while he rewrites everything, because we literally were like, oh yeah, evil space baby, everyone trying to stop you lives right there. So you know, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure whatever's going on with them is totally okay, and we didn't ruin years of meticulous planning on his part. But if we did, goblins, bitch. So that's what we did. It was ridiculous. I can't wait to see what happens, but it's on hold. I forgot until March. So anyway, nothing really going on for me. I'm gonna try and fix this internet. So far, look, it's been like great, right? Like it worked. So I'm gonna, fingers crossed, everything's good, and that's it. I mean, I'm thankful I get to play with these lovely people every Wednesday, or almost every Wednesday. It's a highlight of my week. I try to keep them here longer than is necessary, only so that I might look upon their smiles.
And look,
Can I
no
have
stuttering of the
one
internet.
more announcement.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be on this weird Twitch game show tonight at 6 p.m. called Hive Mind, where it's like Family Feud, and you have to guess what your chat voted for.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, that's
If you
cool.
wanna
What
come
channel
hang
is
out.
it on, Bronze?
It's on my channel because
On
you
yours?
each
Okay.
independently like
Nice.
do it, I think.
Multi-streaming. Yeah.
Wait, so
Yeah.
how does
Nice.
your chat, or in general, how does chat
There's
get
an
involved?
extension, and so
Okay.
like they'll ask questions like, "What's the worst anime world to be trapped in?" And then chat votes, and then I have to guess what my chat voted for.
Yep.
And like it'll be stuff like that, like who would win in a video game battle royale, and it's like, if I think chat voted Master Chief, so it's not what I think, it's what chat thinks, which
Yeah, you have to guess their answer.
me and chat never agree on anything. So that's going to be very interesting. But yeah, if y'all want to come through, I'm going to be playing it with a bunch of streamers much
Is that
bigger
PST?
than I.
6 PST?
Yeah.
5
Yes.
hours from now, if you're watching this live. Check it out. And if you don't get to see it live and you're watching this on a VOD, go check out the video that I'm sure will be on Bronze's channel. There you go. You can see Bronze win. We know it's going to happen. We know it's about to, let's not even pretend. You're about to destroy people. You are like me. And that like, oh, what a fun, this is going to be for fun. But deep down you're like, I'll break them. I know where you're at. All right. Well, that's it. I see through you. That's it. We'll see y'all next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
You know, where's the payoff? Bring the strippers and booze. We do occasionally talk about video games. Bring the strippers and booze. Out of that time for video games. Bring the strippers and booze.
Oh, thank God, I don't need pants now.
Hey, JC, what are you doing? Not much. Making a fortune.
Yeah, now sing the music.
Bring the strippers and booze. Now here to ask and answer one simple question. You got